Hi, this is Danny Doyle. I'm joined once again by Jacob for Chapter 17-3 of my Fire Emblem Path of Radiance 0% growth playthrough. Oh, this chapter is terrible. Even in a vanilla run, I hate this chapter. It's a defend map where you can't use Ike, so like that's not new for this playthrough. Because he's like, well, you can use him, but he's weighed down by a forced plot reason rescue. And, I mean, casual players probably don't want to use him at this point anyway, because he's level 20. He gets his promotion after this map. But, like, in a vanilla run, you'd still want to use him. He's pretty good at this point. Except for when his speed and skill are cut in half, it's like, I don't like him. But again, that's nothing new for this playthrough. But having a bunch of other weak units... Like, I want to clear out this top left portion, the initial top left portion, pretty quickly. Because, like, reinforcements show up, too. And there's a bunch of, It's just so annoying. Maniac mode of this was just enemy spam.exe, throw Jill at everything.
This map is the best defend maps. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a defend map. I suddenly forgot if you would explain that yet or not. But it's a defend map.
It's a survive map, which is the same thing.
But the best defend maps are the ones where you have a clear objective to go for. For example, Chapter 14, Thracia, Chapter 10, Conquest. What's another really good defend map? Elincia's Gambit.
Oh, I love Elincia's Gambit.
So those have like a specific place you're trying to guard, or like Chapter 9 of Thracia, where you have to get to the defend point first. An example of pretty bad defend maps are the majority of the FA7 ones, where you're just kind of waiting for the fight to end. Because killing the boss doesn't end the defend map in this chapter. You're stuck just sitting here waiting for 10 turns.
Is there a boss?
There's a sage down at the bottom who could kind of be the boss.
Yeah, I guess. He drops an fire that I'm probably not going to get.
It's kind of the same as... It's kind of the same as the Halberdier from the first chapter, or the Paladin from the second part, where they're the promoted enemy amidst all the unpromoted ones, so it's kind of... Yeah, he might be the boss then.
Now you are weighed down by the 20-weight hammer, so I can double you with my slow guy. Muhahaha! This must be how the general in chapter 11 or 10 felt.
the one we were gonna double with Titania and get the Master Seal.
Well, we still got that Master Seal. It just ended up with a sacrifice that is not missed. I love Nephany as a, like, she's fun to use. I mean, not really that good in this game. She's good in Radiant, she's a good investment target in Radiant Dawn. I think that she's, like, overrated, but I
was about to stop you right there.
I think she's overrated, but I also think that the backlash to her saying that she's useless is not accurate. Especially because... Oh, go ahead.
Coming from someone who's playing Radiant Dawn for the first time and didn't do any transfers on Nephany, and starting up her first chapter and going, why are you 1 point short of one-shotting everything? And why are you 1 point short of doubling everything? Was a little upsetting, to say the least, when you only had 2 units to work with. I have no doubt she gets better with some training, or with some good transfers, that she gets quite a bit better.
She's one of the characters who I think benefits the most from transfers in Radiant Dawn. Because she's stuck holding a weapon that weighs her down,
she's holding like a steel Great Lance or something.
Yeah, so strength functions kind of like speed as well.
Yeah, I did the math, and if you did do a strength and speed transfer on her, it would be a 4 AS increase.
Which, that's huge. And even just strength, like, sometimes she's 1 or 2 points, especially in normal mode, she'll be like 1 or 2 points short of one-shotting someone who she doesn't double.
I remember there was one enemy near the start that I first played the chapter and she one-shot him. It was a Myrmidon. And then I had to reset the chapter, and the enemy rolled his stats differently, and she didn't one-shot him anymore, and I was so sad.
Yeah, that'll happen with her. I think the other big target for bonus experience, other than like, I mean, Jill is, or not bonus experience, transfers is, I mean, Jill's good because she's just one of the better units in the game and you get her pretty early. But I like, if possible, getting transfer for Boyd. If I'm planning specifically like a transfer run of Radiant Dawn. Because he's another one who, like, when he gets going, he's a lot better than he is at base. And just skipping that he hasn't gotten going yet stage can be very beneficial.
I feel like he's even kind of the same way in this game, where he starts off okay, he hits one thing really strong, but the moment his strength gets up so he can hold heavier weapons without losing speed, and he gets some speed level ups, I find he becomes one of my highest damaging units in Path of Radiance if you give him some forged weapons.
Yeah, I tend to avoid using him just because I like sinking all the experience in the early game into Oscar. But yeah, he's a unit who'll snowball. I mean, every unit in this game snowballs, but he snowballs pretty well.
I don't see any snowballing happening right now.
I mean, you don't see Kieran getting better better bow rank. He's at D-bows
that
now.
didn't look like snowballing. I was promised snowballing. Where's the snowballing?
That's in the FE7 epilogue for Canas. Haha, original joke. Kill you. Well, not kill. Come close to killing you, I guess. Maybe, kinda, sorta. Where are you at?
When I do eventually try Radiant Dawn hard mode, I will be consulting you on who I need to be trying to get transfers on.
I mean, just download the theoretically possible best transfer file that speedrunners use.
I don't want to use that. I want to do it myself.
I mean, that's a joke. I feel like when I 0%ed it, I actually considered using either, like, a custom transfer file that has a couple of key units transferred, or the speedrunners one, and I decided against... Oh, nice! Contributing.
Ooh, exact kill.
Well, possibly contributing. Let's see if she misses. There we go.
Good job.
I considered using transfers, but I decided against it because, I want to use the characters with the bases that they started out with.
You're doing normal mode then, right?
No, I'll do hard.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's,
I limped through part 1 with growths on normal. I cannot wait to see you do hard with no growth.
That's because you refused to do the, like, the strategy of just deploy Nyla and Black Knight for everything.
Okay, I can't wait to see you deploy the Black Knight in part 1.6, or part 1.5, or 1.4.
Yeah, that's where he's at his best. Do I want to...
Part 1 was pretty fun with its power fantasy of using Nyla and Black Knight, but I don't know. I also wanted to use some of the other units, and I kept trying to use the other units and going, oh, you just don't perform very good.
How does Debdon have 10 fucking resistance?
Yo!
I've never used him before, so I guess I just, like, didn't realize, he's a mage killer, or whatever the fuck. Yeah, he's got the hand axe, so we want to leave that on him. Do that, and we're done. Oh, my reinforcements are Gatrie and Rhys. They're both carrying a couple of items they can't use. I think they both have hand axes, actually. Because you cannot trade items amongst deployed units. You can't even... I think it would be cool if you could, like, get them to exchange their weapons, but you can't do that, and you can't grab weapons from the convoy in the very limited part preps. But you can move weapons around between undeployed people. So you want to load up your reinforcements with items that you need. And hand axes are items that I need. Because everyone worth anything uses axes.
Hey, my Marcia feels targeted.
She should. Your Marcia's going to feel very targeted soon.
I don't
but yeah,
like what
I
you're
wanted
saying.
Gatrie because, like, I think he's the best combat unit I have who's undeployed. Plus, I don't care if he dies. And I wanted Rhys because a second healer would be helpful for this. There we go.
So
There we
when it
go.
comes to convoys, ooh, nice one shot. When it comes to convoys, do you like FA7 and Thracia, where you have to go to a specific convoy to get your stuff out? You like FE8 and Awakening, where your lord is the convoy, or are you totally cool with Path of Radiance, where you just get no convoy for the whole fight?
I don't really have a preference. The only thing I don't like is where in FE7 you just like don't get a convoy for the longest time.
Those are the worst.
I don't mind it in, I know this isn't an official Fire Emblem game, but in, Blazer's Masterpiece, The Last Promise, I actually really enjoy the, for Siegfried mode, having to balance your convoy and not throw away expensive things so that you can sell them all for Seraph robes at the end. I think that's a very fun, like, extra challenge once you are aware of the Seraph robe shop.
We have very different opinions then, because that is my least favorite part about ever playing Last Promise.
I dislike it where, for the longest time in Anakin mode, or the main campaign, I don't know if you call that Anakin mode, or, what's the other guy's name? I want to say Kellum, but that's the Armor Knight from Awakening. Kellic, okay. Yeah, Anakin mode, or Kellic mode, or whatever you want to call the main campaign. I don't like how long it takes for you to get a convoy there, but, I don't mind it in Siegfried mode because you have, because it's like Lin mode. You got like a limited cast, limited challenges stuff.
Not a huge fan. I don't mind not being able to use your convoy mid-fight. In fact, the only time I really like the idea of using your convoy mid-fight is like in FE7 where you have, or FE6, where you have a dedicated convoy person. Mostly because I don't like the idea of the Lord just having these infinitely deep pockets so they can just grab any weapon they ever want.
It makes Byleth solos kind of ridiculous as well.
Oh, it does. It makes it so easy to do stuff like that. So I don't really like just the Lord having infinite pockets. Especially in games like Three Houses, where at least in... nice Astra.
Maybe I should have sent swords instead of axes, the rate that Stefan's going through this. I don't know if, because he plays out all 10 animations. I wonder if he uses, or all 5 animations, I wonder if he uses all 5 weapon uses. I don't think he does if he's already killed the enemy.
I don't think he would.
But I haven't been checking, because, like, Stefan's kind of just like an auto delete button. I don't have to pay too much attention to other than like his HP. At least at this stage in the Jesus Christ, calm down. I mean, that's an instance where even if he doesn't use all 5, he used 3 when he would have used 2. Or he used 4 when he would have used 2.
Come on, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Ah, nice crit.
See, this is why I felt confident saying Stefan is always going to be fielded. Because yes, no 1-2 range kind of sucks. Even when you get the 1-2 range swords, they're better on Tanith. Because she has an actual decent magic stat. And I think she has A swords, or B swords. Either way, she'll have A by the time you get the rune sword. And the wind sword comes on her, and she can use it from base, obviously. It would be weird if she couldn't. And it's really good on her because it deals effective damage against wyverns, and she gets weapon triangle against them because it's a sword. I believe that might not be how it works. I don't remember whether, because I know it deals effective damage because it's wind, which maybe that means she doesn't get weapon triangle because it's not a sword anymore. But either way, like, she's a flying unit, so she can often engage wyverns in areas where they will be like hiding from the rest of your crew.
Plus, I'm just now thinking about it, but I think not having 1-2 range will get to the point where it doesn't hurt Stefan that much anymore. You might get to a point where 1-2 range is going to become too inaccurate without a forged 1-2 range weapon with a bunch of hit on it.
Well, and I'm unlikely to forge too many 1-2 range weapons because I've actually skipped forges a couple of times. I think only one chapter that I can think of I've skipped forges. Specifically because I want forge money for silvers. which silvers are very expensive. They're generally not worth forging because your enemies or your player units are going to be strong enough to
Forged steels and vanilla silvers are usually enough in the vanilla game.
yes, but here with like when I'm deploying weak people, which like I'm probably going to start benching like Titania and Kieran at some point, but the fact that they have Kanto, that's the question, Makalov. The fact that they have Kanto makes them potentially better in a lot of situations than people who outclass them combat-wise. Yeah. That was my cat scream. So if I can give them like a forged silver axe or something and make them basically keep up with, like if I can give Kieran a forged silver axe and he deals much damage as Tyronio could with an unforged silver lance, that might be a reason to deploy him over Tyronio, because Kanto. Yeah. I think some reinforcements show up over here, so I'd like to have people available.
Could you burn through most of the cast at this point?
I'd burn through what?
A lot of the cast already. There's not a whole lot of units left.
Yeah, I mean, I get like 4 next chapter, and all of them are pretty good, even in a vanilla run, just because, well, they range from pretty good to amazing, because, like, you get your Dancer and you get your Tanith, who are 2 of the best units in the game, and then you get 2 Flying Lagoos, which, like, they have all the downsides of Lagoos, but at least they can fly.
I think you're forgetting someone.
Next chapter?
Yeah.
I said you get your Dancer, you get your Tanith, and you get 2 Flying Lagoos.
Yeah.
I don't think... Oh. You get the Brave Bow. You get the fucking Brave Bow. But you don't get him next chapter. He joins... If you recruit Shannon, he doesn't join you in 18. He joins you in 19 during the preps. God, I'm doing some suboptimal things in order to make this more entertaining to watch, since it's not like an LTC or whatever. But I'm not getting Shannon. Like, just spoilers. Aww. That guy is a Brave Bow and a fucking bloodstain on the pavement.
He's a deployable Brave Bow is what he is.
I think it was Maddening mode, I ended up... He died in Chapter 7, so I didn't get the Brave Bow, and that hurt so much more than him dying. Because he's useful... Like, I was using him because he's useful... Come on, Gatrie.
Aww.
I don't know that that's even worth doing. Like, I might, Javelin, bring him down to 10, see if Marcia can do something. Nope.
He's channeling his inner boar's energy. Inaccurate and gets doubled.
Don't you insult my boars. Oh, and Jill could have one-shot with the Iron Axe if, There we go. Kill for Mordecai. I am worried about these mages. I was hoping to lure them with Devdon, but that's not working. And I don't know if Titania can take all of them on her own.
Looking a little sketchy.
I want to leave her in the bushes, though, because, like, so I can send Stefan down, kill another one.
He's not going to double.
Wait, what? Did I misread that? Oh, fuck. You're right. So what we'll do is he can't reach. God, this is just getting worse and worse. And his fucking res is atrocious as well. And I already moved the guy who can use Physic, too. What's your idea? Is it...
For Kieran, he put... what all do you have on Kieran? I guess he's going to get attacked by everything. I was going to say, with Kieran, you could put... like a Steel Axe or an Iron Axe as his top inventory slot, and then shoot at the Myrmidon with your one-use Iron Bow.
Is it one use? It is one use.
So you're basically doing like FE4 re-equipping after attacking. So you can give him...
I just don't know that he survives against the mages, because he has no res. 17 attack
that's right. That's a bunch
versus
of
4 res. Like, there's 4 of them who can potentially hit him, and I can't... lure just like one, and I can't use Tormod. I could do like, I could potentially like try some dodge tank Volk strats in the bushes. Yeah, it's very sketch though.
That does not look like dodging. I mean, maybe if you throw Kieran down there, they'll spread out their attacks a little bit.
The problem is I don't think there's a single square I can do where like only one of them or only two of them can reach him. Yeah. I could like try. What's their hit on him? 60 hit. I could put him in the bushes.
Or what if you leave? What if you put the hand axe in his top inventory slot so it'll deter the mages from going for him?
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe it'll,
that's an option.
Maybe the mages won't want to go for him now.
I
would think Tormod.
The mages cannot reach the space where Tormod is at, so I could put Volk there. Cause he survives one round against that Myrmidon, right? Yeah, he survives a single round even if he doesn't dodge, which he won't. Aim assist. How much do you deal?
The worst part about defend map is there usually isn't a way to play them fast. So if you have to reset on one, you just have to play the whole thing again, and there's no way to just quickly get back to where.
Not a crit, but I think Jill can finish that off. Yep, with the aim assist. I'm so glad I put some hit on that, because she would not have 100 hit, even with weapon triangle, I feel like. Send you over here. Where's the Merm able to hit again? There, okay. So that.
Keep Marcia in support range, I guess.
For Kieran, yeah, probably. 1, 2, 3. All right. I guess we pick a god and pray, as Robin would say.
What?
I don't know. I mean, it might be just weapon triangle and ganging up on her. She's in the bush and she has decent res, and it might like the hand axe might deter the mages. Yeah, so they're. Which I am worried about Stefan too.
I think Stefan's dodgy enough that he'll be able to.
He's on a swamp tile, which I don't think that reduces his avoid, but he doesn't have like any bonuses.
I think the swamps reduce in other games. I feel like I remember there being a game swamp reduces your.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works in Echoes, maybe? No, Echoes only has positive terrain, and it's like ridiculously positive terrain.
Yeah, it's like 80 avoid graves or 60 avoid graves or something. Floor tiles give you 20 avoid. Thanks, Kaga.
Swamp poisons you in Echoes, though.
It does.
Maybe oh my god, even a crit wouldn't have killed her. That's good, that's good.
Oh, I think in Fates, there are several times, and in Three Houses, I think there's a couple places where you get where you lose a void.
I know roads do that in FE4, right?
Yeah, the roads give you -10 avoid, which is a really cool idea. Good job.
As you were saying earlier, unironically using Devdon. Like, I'm surprised. I expected him to be, like, mediocre useful, and he is mediocre useful. Like, that 13 speed isn't doing much for him. Although I say that, and it's, like, Titania, and, well, maybe it's just, no, he doesn't get weighed down more by them. It's just, enemies are fast. And I guess with lances, he's probably going to be going up against sword units to get weapon triangle, and that would be...
To be fair, by now your paladins would probably have 20-something speed because of Night Ward shenanigans. Oh no, Rip Iron Bow.
I guess I could have factored in potentially trading the Night Ward off Titania onto Kieran, but
yeah, we made it.
Just short.
Gotta make sure we train Volk to level 20 before he promotes.
I don't think I've ever done... Oh, no, I have done that. Well, no, I don't... Have I done that? Not on purpose. I don't think I've ever, like, really, really trained Volk. I've definitely, like... I mentioned this in his joining chapter, but I like, Sure, we'll do that. I like giving him some bonus experience to get the extra point of strength and maybe extra point of speed that he needs to steal the Goose Lair in Blood Runs Red from Makoya.
Oh, yeah.
And then other than that, like, I don't think there's too many thresholds that are important for him to meet that he's not going to, like, naturally meet, or even just at base. Like, I've not struggled to steal any physics stats yet. I think, during the Crimea arc and maybe part of the Dane arc, that could be a problem, just because instead of being on priests, they'll be on, like, bishops and most notably sages with high speed. Who needs a heal? Not you. Not you. I mean, I could give it to Leth, I guess. Let's get her out of the way at least. Wait, is that out of the way? That's not out of the way. Let's do that.
And I'm pretty sure that's the most of the reinforcements in this map. There might be a couple more here and there.
I don't remember, because again, the last time I played this was on Maniac mode, and there were, like, reinforcements every turn or something stupid. It's funny, because, like, this is supposed to be a survive map, but I usually route it just accidentally by the time 10 turns happens.
I think it's a case of a good offense being the best defense, where if the enemy's dead, they can't hurt you anymore.
Especially because, like, so many of them start out near you. That's the part of this map that I hate, is how you just feel under pressure from the beginning. Which, a good defend map should do that, but something about the way that this map does it bothers me.
I think it's because they're all around you. You are literally surrounded, and there's not very much you can do about it. You're just kind of stuck.
I'm pretty sure if I just, like, place Gatrie where this guy is, then that invalidates... Like, the archer can step back and attack Titania, but these guys won't be able to, like, go forward and attack the... and we'll...
Nightwar Gatrie.
No. He's fine without it.
I like how there's that one tile behind the archer that he can shoot at.
Marsha being useful again.
Oh, Marsha's very useful.
But yeah, the archer can step back and attack Titania, and then, like, this guy can attack whoever he wants. And the archer can attack Gatrie, too. That's why I put the jab on him.
Oh, no.
Whenever possible, I want to kill with Laguz just to conserve weapon uses.
Good idea.
And then, what is it? This guy drops the L-Fire that I thought it would be a lot harder to get with 0%, but it doesn't look like it's actually going to be.
Able to get it?
I should be able to, yeah. That, and there's a Men's Staff that also gets dropped, which I would like to kill with someone who has a full inventory. Both of those people, actually. So that they don't clog up my, my
Your
places for Volk to drop or for Volk to steal staves. I don't know that there's anything, like, usually I try to steal the Meteor in part 4 of this, but, that's not going to happen this time around. Is this guy?
I think I usually kill that guy with Marsha on turn 1 or 2 because I hate dealing with him.
The Meteor guy?
Yeah.
I've got a plan for him. Which does involve Marsha.
Please stop.
Speaking of plans that involve Marsha.
I already had an idea of where this is going. My girl can dodge tank. I believe in her.
I'm pretty sure there's Bocav there, although that might be Maniac mode. But usually I, like, rescue drop Volk with a Boots Flyer. in order to trick the Meteor Mage into equipping his 1/2 range tome so that I can steal it with Volk. Because if only Marcia and Volk are in his range, and no one is in Meteor range, then he will attack with like Fire or L-Fire or whatever the fuck he has. Longbow, oh no!
Oh. Oh, here he comes.
Oh no, 1 damage. How will I ever recover? Financially, Tiger King, I don't know the meme.
Look at Titanium.
I mean, spending unnecessary forges is a little annoying. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, your inventories get so messed up by part 4 because you're trading all your weapons between each other. Ugh, that's gross.
That's annoying. Well, and I've sort of like overcommitted, so I can't. Ooh, oh, that's really annoying. It's actually kind of a big deal. Why can't you be good? Why can't? Oh no! Ah! Oh no! Oh, I'm punished. I can just like move everyone out. How do you do against him? Oh god. Oh gross. So I'll do this. Hope for a crit maybe. No crit. Oh well.
You know, I just realized you could have traded that Slim Lance onto Tormod from Ike and then traded it from Tormod to Marcia.
Well, so since he doesn't die to that guy and he can't get hit by these guys if Gatrie doesn't move, we'll Vulnerary up. Like, I don't think it's necessary, but
I don't want to have to replay it.
I really don't want to have to replay this 8 turns in.
I hope Ike runs away.
He's gonna. Potential bait with Volk. Woo! That's the other annoying thing about like keeping Ike safe is normally if I had to I could just rescue him, but because he is rescuing Leanne, who actually has stats coded in this game. Does she have? That's funny. They didn't give her the dancer skill.
Oh, that's funny.
So she should have that because it's like a species thing. Like, her entire species is able to do that, and in Radiant Dawn, she can do it as well. So I guess, ooh, that's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
What is that? Is that from the FE1 anime or something? I've heard that a lot in, like, the Gordon voice, I think. Oh, no, the Elfire. I forgot about the Broken Iron Sword. I, like, just mentioned that, too, that I wanted it with someone with a full inventory.
Oh, well.
You intentionally didn't warn me because I'm killing your favorite character on your favorite map in order to try to ruin it for you.
Don't worry, I'll just dislike the video.
Oh no, my ratio. And now I can fit. Oh no, wait, he doesn't have a bow anymore. Womp womp.
I'll be one of those people that angrily dislikes the video because your character was killed off and that attacks you personally or something. I don't know.
I generally don't understand people who dislike videos, like, unless it's something like outright hateful. Like if it's a video that's like, here's why black people suck or something, like obviously dislike that. That's like racism.
Yeah.
And Path of Radiance taught me that that's a bad thing. But like I don't understand people who are like, oh, I don't like this video, so I'm going to dislike it.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like a big content creator. It's like, I don't know. Do you think like Mecha stays up at night crying because he got 7 dislikes on a video or whatever? Like it's just video games, bro.
And especially over something silly like saying that someone doesn't like your unit or whatever.
I mean, YouTube kind of just feels like social media, and I think social media is toxic in general. That's why I don't have, like, a Facebook or anything.
Totally get it.
But I guess it's just, I don't understand, like, people getting mad about stuff that happens on the internet. It's not real life.
You mean Jill is not real life?
If she was, I wouldn't be single.
I also like how just one soldier ran onto the map as reinforcements.
Maybe I hit the enemy
That's
cap.
it.
What's the enemy cap in this? I know it's 50 in GBA. Is it 4 in Path of Radiance?
Explain the start of the map then, please.
Hacks. This is a hacked ROM.
Well, I hope it is. I hope 0% growth isn't the vanilla game.
I mean, fucking maddening mode is in the vanilla game, which is worse.
I think alongside Lunatic Plus, I don't think I'm ever gonna try Maniac mode. I might for just a few chapters.
I
But
actually
it's
have
one of those-
fun with it. Oh, hey, look! Another spot for Mercer to hang out.
Hide.
She's in her safe space.
Maybe when I try it, I might enjoy it, but I don't know. I've seen gameplay of it from several people, and it just looks like a complete slog.
I think you have to really love Path of Radiance to find any enjoyment in Maniac mode. I think it's poorly designed. Like, I think there's no excuse for its existence, and I think that's why it's not in the English version. Like, people say, oh, they just thought Americans were bad at Fire Emblem. I doubt that that's the reason they removed it. I think they realized it's a poorly play-tested version of the game. And I had fun with it, but I'm not... I don't know.
I've heard like a lot of hard modes. It's very front loaded. I've heard the difficulty is super front loaded, where the start of it is so frustratingly hard.
I don't think you watched
But
me
it-
play Clash, did you? Because that's
Maybe I
not a
did.
front-loaded chapter.
No, I've heard that there are harder chapters later, but at least in later chapters you have stuff to work with. But I think all of the enemies having 1-2 range is super frustrating. And we're gonna kill off the last enemy. Oh, there's 2 enemies left. You have to kill all of them. Or not.
No, I just want to get staff experience on my healers. Hey, C! Okay, so now I probably
Oh, wow.
don't even need to... I forgot about Tormod. I probably don't even need Mist for Without a King. Like, I might still use her, potentially, maybe. Are you? Yeah, you can. Okay.
We'll see how many deployment slots we have.
There's a lot of people I want to deploy for Without a King. Like, it's a pretty combat-heavy chapter, plus I need Volk and potentially Soth. Because there's a lot of chests, and some of them are even mandatory. Well, none of them are mandatory in vanilla, but it's not like FE12 where, like, you need to get certain chests to get the good ending. But an energy drop is in one of those chests. And I think Resolve is in one of those, or maybe it's Wrath. One of the Wrath Resolve combo is in another chest.
I think
pretty
Wrath
sure.
is in one of them because Resolve is... It's frustrating to beat the Black Knight because the Resolve scroll is in the chapter where you fight the Black Knight. So you can't put it on Ike for the Black Knight fight.
I mean, I think occult scrolls are so low value that you just, like, put one on Ike even though you're going to take it off him later if you want to get Nasir. Which, I mean, I got Nasir in Maddening mode. I actually expected to not... So I made a save state for the Black Knight fight just so that I could try again later. And then I ended up just, like, the RNG worked out in my favor. And I procced Ether a couple of times, or maybe I just, like... Yeah, I think I probably just procced Ether a couple of times. I hadn't trained Mist, so she had Physic, because it's really easy to get her to see. Because, I mean, you saw I did it in one chapter.
Oh, yeah.
So I had probably just, like, incidentally deployed her at points that I wanted a second healer before I had Soren and Tormod promoted. Because you get so little BXP in Maddening mode, and I sunk it all into my flyers that she just incidentally had C rank. Anyway, that was part 3 of chapter 17. Not as bad as I thought it would be. No resets. That surprises me. Thanks for
Join
tuning
us
in.
next time. Join us next time for the next part of Fire Emblem Path of Radiance to Barn Solo Challenge.
Wait a minute. There's something wrong with these preps. What the fuck? Did WOD lie to me? Marcia's not in position 2!
Oh my.
Oh, this is going to make the next chapter so much more interesting.
Oh boy.
I guess that'll be the to be continued. Tune in next time.